Good morning. It is, well, it's actually well into the afternoon. I don't know what I'm saying. It is Sunday, and welcome to a new vlog. I am in Eagle Rock, and I'm about to meet my friend Catherine for coffee and gab. You know the drill. We do that all the time on this channel, so we're back in a big way, doing it for yet another week. Anyway, sorry, I'm in a weird mood. What can I tell you? Okay. So I met Catherine. Okay, it's kind of a funny story of how I met her, actually. We used to work together, but before we ever worked together, one of Ethan's best friends from middle school, who used to live in LA, like randomly DM'd me one time and was like, hey, I have this friend that I think you should meet. I feel like you guys would get along, and she's also a therapist. And I was like, okay, T. And we just like, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, Ben thinks we should meet. And she's like, all right, let's meet. And so we just like met in Pasadena and like totally clicked first time we met. It was like, OMG, like you're my kind of person. And then I was like, hey, like you should work at the eating disorder treatment center that I work at. And she was like, okay, bet. And so then I like got her hired at the treatment center I work at. And then things really went downhill at that treatment center, like in a big way. And she kind of hated it there. And like I did too at that point. I was like, sorry, I got you this shit job. And she's like, no worries. But we grew even closer. And yeah, we've been friends ever since. Gosh, that was like in maybe 2021 that I met her. Wow, time flies. But she's great. We always have a really good gab. We usually go either to Commissary or this unincorporated coffee shop in Eagle Rock. Yeah, so we're gonna have a gab. And then, last night I went on a really fun date. It was with that guy I mentioned who went to BU. We went to Melanie's Wine Bar near the Grove. First glass of wine I had there was shit. It was like a chilled Pinot Noir. And I usually love a Pinot. I'm kind of like a Pinot girl, but the chilled version, it was like, ugh, tasted like ass. When the second glass of wine I had was smooth. It was non-chilled, and it was really good. Anyway, yeah, he was really cool. We like had a lot to talk about. There was not like any awkward silences or anything. I mean, I have the gift of gab. I can talk to anyone. There's rarely awkward silences. But anyway, I'm just trying to say it was a good conversation. And it was funny, at one point I was telling him like, oh yeah, I was just in Somerville. I was telling him like where my aunt's apartment is. And I guess I mentioned like, oh, like the Medford Somerville line of the T. And this girl next to us at another table was like, did you say Medford? Did you go to Tufts? And we were like, no, we actually both went to BU. And she's like, I went to Tufts. And we had a little chit chat with her about, I don't know, the Boston school game. As Tufts is not in Boston, but it's like outside of Boston. So that was kind of cool. She was really sweet. She's like, yeah, I grew up in LA, went to school in Boston. Now I'm back in LA. And we're like, okay, queen. And she graduated in 2016 and we had both graduated in 2015. So that was kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah, the date went really well. He was sweet. And he even asked me, he was like, what's your preferred frequency of texting? I said, King, that's a fantastic question. So we love that. Thoughtful, considerate. Amazing. Anyway, let's go get some coffee with Catherine, and I'm gonna catch her up on my life. Can't wait to hear about hers. Let's get this going. Fit check for today. Little Old Navy button up, H&M tank, and then I've got my pull-on Old Navy cargo pants. And these shoes from Amazon. Coffee with Catherine. What did you get?
An iced cappuccino against my own will.
Wait, why against your own will?
I was told by Mike that iced cappuccinos can't really be a thing because of the situation. And I vowed to never get one, but
it called.
Yeah, it called.
And we all know my cold brew with almond milk, the classic. It needs some stirring. Look at Ethan's Gorgina salad for the Passover seder. Well, he hasn't added the feta yet, but looks pretty good. I may even try it, even though I don't really like pomegranate seeds. What do you want out of it? How much my stepdad the type of 60s Jew. Sometimes you have to revisit the sacred texts on a Monday morning. Good morning. Oh my gosh, you can see I just went to the dentist and was wearing those little goggles. It's Monday morning. Got my 6-month dentist visit done and dusted. My mouth feels a little weird, but gotta get these pearly whites staying cute and fresh. I take pride in my teeth. My parents sure spent a lot of money getting them all straight, and I floss every day. I use an electric toothbrush, mouthwash, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I gotta keep them looking cute. You saw seder last night, Passover seder. What a time. I did not know it was going to be such a rousing affair. It was so fun. I didn't know there were going to be sing-alongs and all these prayers and all that food and wine. It was a party. It was so fun. And I knew a few people who were there. They're like Ethan's friends, but a lot of the people that I met there I didn't know, and they were so cool. They were like just like a bunch of nice hippies. I met this girl who actually went to Antioch and is almost done with her therapy hours to get licensed. And so we exchanged numbers and I gave her some advice on the exam and, you know, setting up your private practice and stuff. So that was awesome. That was a good connection to make and just a lot of laughs. It was a really fun time. So today I've got to get home and I have a couple sessions. I was gonna go to my mom's house this afternoon because I thought that I had the afternoon free, but then someone booked with me last minute, so that's fine. Then tonight I think it's just gonna be a chill night in catching up on our shows. And then tomorrow my friend Nellie from one of my camp friends is in town, so we're gonna have dinner at my mom's house with her, and I'm so excited about that. I haven't seen Nellie since December 2023. She lives in Washington, D.C., but she's here for work, so I'm a happy girl. So I'll take you along with us tomorrow to do that. But anyway, productive morning so far at the dentist. Let's get this day going. The only other thing I'll add about the dentist is that literally as I sat in the dentist chair and they were about to start, I got the like meh, meh on my phone, a notification that there was an earthquake warning. And someone came in and was like, hey, if the earthquake starts, like just get her up out of the chair and everyone needs to go outside. And I was like praying. I was like, please don't let there be an earthquake while I'm getting my teeth cleaned. That is not the vibe I want, but that would also be hilarious. That was just the most California interaction I've ever had. This is a beautiful sight. My cold brew, my Kindle, and my Pete. And a beautiful sunny and 75-degree day with a slight breeze. Nellie's here, looking beautiful. This skirt, I'm like, should we go to Greece? Like, we got our Thai food. We got our wine. Yay! Yay! Look at my Petey Angel. He loves Nellie. He says, I've never met her before, but I already know I love her, and I'm going to lean on her and cuddle. Yeah, like your nails. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and you wouldn't believe it. I'm going for a coffee date at 11 a.m. The life of a private practice therapist, am I right? Making your own schedule. Making my way to downtown Burbank. So, thought this guy was standing me up because he didn't confirm until like 15 minutes ago, but here we are. The hair looks cute this morning. Wearing my Old Navy black denim jacket, a little Old Navy button up, some of those wow high-waisted jeans, the gray version, and my Sambas. So Feeling good. Last night with Nellie was so fun. Oh my gosh, it was so good to see her. We had such a good catch up. I banished Ethan from the room at one point and I said, we have to have a girly catch up, no boys allowed. Petey was allowed, but Ethan wasn't. Oh my gosh, you guys, the past 2 nights, I've been snoring for the first time ever in my life. Ethan was like, I regret to inform you that the past few nights you have been snoring and I've not been able to sleep. He's like, it's not a foghorn, but it's also hard for me to sleep when it's happening. And it's funny because I was having a dream last night that I was talking to a client and I couldn't get out any words. I could only get out snores, like and then when he told me that, I was like, yeah. And I'm not surprised because that was my dream. So anyway, so this guy today, what do I know about him? I don't know. He likes to sail. We talked about sailing, and yeah, that's actually all I know about him, but he's definitely my type. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, then the rest of the day I've got sessions, and oh my gosh, I've got another date tonight with this guy I've been talking to for weeks, but like we could not find a time to meet up. So it's a busy day. Your girl is getting coffees and drinks left and right, but let's see how today goes. I will fill you in when I get back to the car. Okay, I'm back from my date. It was fun, you guys. He was hot. He was so hot. Oh my gosh, I'm shook. Yeah, very, very my type. He was wearing this like coat that looked sort of like he was like going hunting in the Highlands. I don't know what I mean. It was very like The Crown. Like he was dressed impeccably, but his coat kind of looked like he was in the show The Crown. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you simply don't. Yeah, he was really cool. We had a lot of similar interests. He's a screenwriter, of course, because this is LA. We had a lot of the same favorite movies, which was cool. And he's really into Shakespeare, a bit of a Shakespeare scholar. So we had a lot to talk about there. And his parents actually met in the theater. So I'm like, okay. Actually, halfway through the date, he was like, hey, like people have told me that sometimes I over communicate, but I just want to check in and like see how this is going. And I'm like, it's going great, King. And he was like, cool, yeah, it's going great on my end too. So that was cute. And he was like, yeah, I'm like securely attached, but sometimes I can like run anxious. And I was like, same. It was really cute. And at the end, like he walked me to my car and he like went to give me a hug, and I was like, do you want a kiss? And he was like, yeah. And so we had a little cute makeout. It was fun. He smelled good. So yeah, that was a success. Try not to get my hopes up because Lord knows when that happens, these men out here can smell it and start ghosting. But anyway, yeah, it was really, really fun. So good way to start off a Wednesday. I'm feeling good. So let's get after this date. I'm curious to see how my date tonight goes. I'm like, the bar is high for the dates today, so we'll see how we go.
Something bothering you, buddy?
Good morning and happy Thursday. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what day it is ever this week. It's going by very quickly this week. Anyway, I'm enjoying a little bagel sandwich. It's an everything bagel with turkey and pesto and mayonnaise on it. So good. I ran out of bread, so I'm using a bagel for my sandwich. That's good. I like my own handiwork. Anyway, I wanted to give you an update on last night. The date was fun. How to describe this man to you guys? Definitely really cute. I would say he was like mellow, like kind of a mellow, like laid back California dude. Like he was just a dude, you know? Definitely like smart and funny, but kind of like a character. Like definitely, he described himself as the dude from Big Lebowski, and I was like, yeah, like can concur. Definitely like talked like that. And he was always like, oh yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. But yeah, we had a fun time. We had a really good conversation. We had a nice little makeout. Definitely attracted to him. So yeah, I think I think that was a success as well. I think I'm getting good dating karma back into my life finally after I felt cursed over the past few weeks, but it's cool. So now we've got BU boy firmly in the rotation. We've got yesterday morning's coffee date. What am I calling him? Oh yeah, Shakespeare guy. So we've got BU boy, Shakespeare guy, and the dude. That's what we'll call this man. So we've got 3 in the rotation there. And yeah, it's so funny. Like if I was the Bachelorette and they were my final 3, I would have such a hard time picking. And the great thing about non-monogamy is I don't have to. They're all cool. They're all really interesting in their own ways. Like they all have qualities that are so different, but that bring out different sides of me. And I think that's what is so cool about dating and non-monogamy is like, I'm the same, I'm still me, but they bring out different qualities in me in our conversations and just in their vibes and their energy. And, you know, I feel like I'm a Gemini, I'm a mutable sign, so I can kind of like energetically pick up what each of them are putting down in different ways. It's like Shakespeare guy and I are talking about like, I don't know, film adaptations of Othello or Macbeth. Meanwhile, about like fun BU memories or like experiences that we had in Boston or growing up in New England. And the dude and I are talking about Buddhism and like going inwards and intuition and spirituality. So, you know, I'm rambling at this point, but I'm coming back to why I love non-monogamy and find it such a important part of my self-identity is being able to meet people like that and have experiences with people like that and being like, wow, I can have so many different kinds of stimulating conversations in the course of a week. And it's just fun. So yes, it's feeling fun again. Whee! If you watched the last vlog, I was like, it's not feeling fun, but it's feeling fun again. So that feels like a win. I'm going to eat my lunch and oh my God, I have so much paperwork to do today. And just one more session today. And then tomorrow is a lighter day as well. And then I'm super excited for this weekend. So yeah, let's have a good rest of the Thursday. It's freaking cold and rainy here in LA, which is not the vibe. I feel like I'm dressed for Boston in my sweater, but it's supposed to be nice this weekend. So yeah, fingers crossed. Look at these sweet little critters that got out of their gate. They're so cute. Come back. Come back, guys. I don't want you wandering the neighborhood. What do you think, Pete? What do you think? Travis Kelce is not smart enough to make a joke like that. I'm sorry, that still haunts me about this song. It still haunts me. Is it about Maddie or is it about Travis or is it about both? Got our Gorgina Chipotle. Yes. I'm with Carolina. We're reunited. Yes. And the puppies are here. Hi, Peachy Pie. Hi, Petey Pie. Cousins reunited. Yes. Waiting for this to premiere.
We're the
770 strong.
Okay, we got 2 minutes.
60 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Oh my gosh, 911 waiting.
Woo!
Yes. To come out. Peach is very excited.
They're making us work for this.
He's asleep. I just had to document
73, 71, 70. Oh my gosh.
I know,
just let us see our girl. It's already 9 o'clock.
Wait, it just went 6-6 because that's when her album comes out.
Oh shit.
You see it went
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Midnight.
Awesome.
Wee, it's happening. Hello, good afternoon. It is Friday afternoon and I'm done with sessions for the week. I gotta do a few notes and then I'm done with work for the week. I had such a fun time at Caroline's last night. We watched the world premiere of Addison Rae's new music video. It was really good. We love her. And I know she's like a TikTok girly and people are probably like, oh, she's just like some sort of industry plant or whatever. But I don't know, she just has something about her. Her music videos are so artistic, and I just love her songs, and I will defend her till the day I die. So we had a fun time doing that. It was good for Petey to see his cousin Peach because he hadn't seen her in a few weeks. So he was beside himself to see her again. That's Caroline's dog, Peach. And yeah, so today I'm actually feeling like a little run down. I feel like this week has been so social, and it's been, you know, a busy work week as well. I'm actually drinking my emergency to keep this immune system running, because sometimes when I am run down, my glands get swollen, and I think it's my body's way of being like, girl, don't get sick, slow down, get some sleep. So my left gland right now feels really swollen. So I'm like, I don't want to get sick because I have fun plans this weekend. So I think I'm going to take a nap this afternoon and just rest. I'm in my sweats. And yeah, and try to prepare for a fun weekend ahead. Going to have a date with BU Boy tomorrow night. And then Ethan and I are going to a little like birthday party picnic for one of his music friends. I'm a little nervous about that, honestly, because I don't know, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of cool hipster indie musicians there. And whenever I say that to Ethan, he's like, but you're cool, Allie, like you're cool. And I'm like, I know I'm cool, I think I'm cool, but I don't think I'm like music industry hipster cool. So I'm self-conscious about that. And I'm like, will anyone wanna talk to me? And I know I'm good at striking up conversation, but even sometimes when I do that, sometimes these hipster types are kind of like, how do I know you? Like, who do you know? So I hope it's not that kind of vibe tomorrow. And hopefully the conversation flows well, and it's just like cool people who actually want to connect and talk and not be like stuck up. So yeah, just had some lunch. Maybe gonna do a little bit of notes and then take a little nap. And then tonight, Ethan and I are staying in and catching up on our shows. So thanks for coming along with me for this week. I'm gonna close the vlog out here, and I will take you along with me this weekend as we get into all the social fun things. Thanks, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if any thoughts pop into your mind, and I'll see you in the next one.